when you're in someone else's house and the poop won't go away. Well, you've ran out of the toilet paper, but you do have a window and 2 hands. How am I supposed to sleep when this is outside my window? Just a giant inflatable SpongeBob. There's someone out there who is really into this. Update, the sky is turning yellow because of SpongeBob. My God, if there's ever a place to start a business selling blackout curtains, this is it. Beating the game. 100%ing the game. Outside of the gaming community, this makes absolutely zero sense, and I love it for that. Millennials circa 2008 playing their Nintendo DS upstairs while the economy collapses and their parents are getting divorced in the kitchen. TV show/movie with a really interesting premise. That seems good. Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a chance. Let's check it out.
The worst writing known to man.
Hey!
Oh God, these characters, they're so shallow. There's nothing deep about them.
That's because they're all just my own political statements.
Okay, well, I agree with some of these points, but I want a story, not a pep rally.
Well, you're clearly a bigot then. Twitters, seize him.
Living in the city and not owning a car. Living in the city and owning a car. Living in the suburbs and owning a car. Living in the suburbs and not owning a car. Now accuse me of being a socialist communist. But I kind of like the idea that some towns in Europe do this, I believe. That cities ban cars, except for public transport and maybe private business transportation and delivery and such. But other than that, you're not allowed to have a car in the city. Opening a small coffee shop or a hair salon here is illegal. It would wreck the character of the neighborhood. Yo, wait, hang on. Is this actually illegal? Or is that just something that they're mocking, like a homeowners association who is so pedantic about these sort of things? Nickelodeon creating the most hideous visuals in the history of animation. For SpongeBob close-ups, I'm gonna prove it to all of them. You can make grotesque imagery entertaining for children.
This is the comments button. Yep. It's a separate tappable area than the post itself. Yep. I'm tapping it because I'd like to see the comments on this post.
That makes sense to me.
So show me the comments.
Here's the full screen video player.
When you realize the word cool isn't being used as often anymore.
Don't let the flame die out. It's all I have left from my childhood to still be somewhat relatable to communicating with the youth of today. I don't want to say yacht. It sounds like what the sound of a wet butthole makes.
After I was born, I didn't talk to my parents for 2 years, possibly close to 3.
Talent show judges.
Oh my goodness. So brave.
YouTube when one of their largest creators flat out doxes someone. You know, just a casual thing where if someone's big and famous enough, it risks their life. Just over here. YouTube? It's over here. You're blind. I know you can still hear me. YouTube when someone with less than 100,000 subs says frick in one of their videos.
Raw. Ha. Ah.
Me, when someone uses my driveway to turn around, but I'm not a scared little pee-pee baby. Now see, I find myself more like a dog. I'm like, oh, who's that? Oh, no, that's no one. No one's coming. No one's coming to see me. Okay. Americans driving for 5 hours.
I'm on the highway to hell.
Brits driving for 2 hours.
Oh, the teas and biscuits. Couple of stop.
I'm very proud to brag that I drove double that American distance to get to my work for the next 2 weeks. And let me just say, I don't recommend it. It hurts my back when I sit for that long. The audience of Dr. Phil when the bratty kid starts crying. Look at all these unamused, dour faces. Pity? What's that? They're merely observing some retribution that was too little too late. Me seeing a sudden uptick in armed forces recruiting ads. Ha ha ha. Me suddenly realizing I'm eligible for the draft. On top of the existential dread these fish deal with every day, they also demean themselves by having to climb into their cubicles every day. Yeah, the lore of physics in the SpongeBob universe greatly confused me because they're under the sea, where they can swim. Point of view. You see into Hagrid's hut by the woods only to discover he's been having nightly meetings with 11-year-olds.
No, don't do this.
Don't create implications based on real life factors into the fantasy world. Oh, God.
$60 for a 10-year-old game?
In HD, Mr. Squidward. In HD.
Dumbledore.
Hogwarts is the safest it has ever been.
Harry Potter at the end of every school year.
You did it, Harry. You went through what everyone metaphorically feels like school is every year.
My friend Cedric died in front of me, and I only escaped Wizard Hitler because the ghosts of my parents sacrificed themselves.
Oh, that's so metaphorically relatable.
Don't call yourself a horror fan if you haven't seen this episode. Dude, this episode didn't scare me, but I think I finally learned what it's like to be just really uncomfortable in a situation. When you finally speak up in a lecture for the first time and get hit with the...
That's not quite what I was looking for. Anyone else?
Oh, that's okay. I'll stitch my mouth shut. We don't need to hear any more from it.
It's kind of scary how many licenses Patrick qualifies for. Tractor license, driver's license, marriage license, fishing license. No, wait, fishing license? Hang on, no, that has implications. What? Crop circle license and driver's license again. The walls I built due to emotional trauma that I won't take down for anyone.
Me begging for someone to love me.
Anyone here an early fan of RT Game? Because all I see is the poop tower.
My Chemical Romance fans listening to an album about a man dying of cancer and going to hell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is my piece. This brings me relaxation.
Nintendo, when they realize they can make people pay them money for the rest of their lives for pirating 30-year-old games.
Yay!
Musical artists realizing they can recycle old music and make even more money in the name of nostalgia. Any store opens at 8 a.m. Old people at 6:35 a.m.
Oh, well, I'm awake, so you have to be too. Now search me, do whatever I want because I'm old and frail. You have to baby me, but don't you dare call me a baby. Now, one of you stop being incompetent and show me how to respond to an email. You know, that technology that's been around for 40 years.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. It's technically less grotesque than the original art, but I'm somehow more freaked out. I mean, sheesh. I can't look away. The shading is really impressive and the detail. But also, God! You only get tickets to see one performance. Which one are you seeing? The Goofy Goober, the best halftime show in existence, Kenny G, or BTS, which we all know is the acronym for Beyond the Sea? Big Pharma making Adderall when there's a national shortage of it.
Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Big Pharma making opioids. Me squeezes a new pimple to get rid of it. 12 hours later, another pimple.
Hello? I'd like to break out of your skin, please.
Well, look, it is common knowledge to know that you shouldn't pop pimples. You gotta treat it like an open wound. And I say this as hypocritically as possible because, oh my God, it's just so satisfying to pop a pimple, you know? My succulent after I forget it in a closet for 6 months. My basil after I sleep in one morning and miss its normal watering time by 45 minutes.
Why have you betrayed me, Father?
Feels weird to relate the word succulent with durable and long-lasting. But, well, here we are. So go ahead and tell your fellow bros at the gym that they are looking rather succulent. Work gives paid time off. Me uses paid time off. Work.
Yeah, I'll get a load of this using the paid home. Come on.
Security throughout the whole airport.
Sure, I'm gonna have to do a thorough cavity search.
Oh, jeez. Okay, are you gonna put a glove on? Or...
Mommy, look, they're turning Daddy into a puppet in that room.
Meanwhile, security at baggage claim.
Hi, is that your bag? It isn't? Oh, that's fine. Have a nice day.
When I saw the "your role has been impacted" email in my personal inbox.
Please say psych.
Psych!
Oh, thank goodness.
Your role has been obliterated!
Me doing regular skincare routines.
Pimply pimples, pimples everywhere, you will never escape them.
My brother wiping his face with the same towel he's using for his ass.
Damn you, genetics!
Being on the toilet, fighting for your life just for this to come out. Imagine utilizing the power-up methods of a Dragon Ball Z character just to output something akin to an earthbender in M. Night Shyamalan's movie. Me watching my paper straw dissolve in my drink while Kim Kardashian and Tom Cruise fly from LA to NYC for an iced coffee. What was that thing the French did again? Oh yeah. Me once again watching my paper straw dissolve as Taylor Swift flies from Kansas City to California in her private plane. Unrelated, but what's with the rising trend of Google searches for the French Revolution? Me when I notice a slight change in how someone talks to me. She said hey with one Y instead of two. Yeah, that definitely means she hates me now. Modern tech device being used for 1 year.
I am dead. The updates. They're too much for me, but they're not too much for my brand new bro who just came out earlier this year.
Old tech device after being used for 20 years. Oh, I seem to have lost a bolt. No matter, I can still perfectly function fine. Nothing some duct tape and some rubber band won't fix. Time becomes 4:43 p.m. The sun.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
The cashier watching you hit no tip when all they did was ring up your food and spin the iPad around.
No, that's fine. You just want me to starve. Okay, that's fine. After all the work I did for you.
Tom in 2009 after selling MySpace for $580 million and quietly leaving without ever trying to influence politics or society. Yeah, good guy millionaire. Just, happy with his success and trying to live comfortably after that. Not trying to take over the world in any ridiculous fashion. Good on you, Tom. That's why we were all your friend. I mean, kind of involuntarily, let's be honest, but we learned to love you, like Stockholm Syndrome. When I googled toxic behavior and it describes me instead of him. Okay, so it turns out psychology has had everything wrong all along and shouldn't be trusted. Wowee. That's just, such a disappointment that science could be so wrong. Y'all remember this? Yes, I absolutely remember this, and whenever it happened, I always thought to myself, why do they suddenly get naked? Yeah, this was a top 5 episode for this scene right here. They all looked at Squidward like, damn, how'd this man even uglier on land? The weather when I'm working. Sunny skies, happy days out, beautiful, crisp air for everyone. The weather on my day off. Hello, welcome to Dubai. Feel free to use the bathroom. It's everywhere. You're showing someone SpongeBob for the first time using a picture. Which picture do you choose? Patrick cleaning his nose. The dead health inspector. Naked crabs. That needs a Brazzers logo right there. Or the hot sauce face. Okay, that one I do not remember. So I think I'm gonna pick that one purely because it insinuates that it traumatized me. When you're laying in bed and the background white noise suddenly changed pitch. Wait, what does that even mean? You're just listening to some rain or something and all of a sudden the rain sounds like it's hot, like lightly squeakier? Applying to jobs is not that much work these days. Resume. Cover letter, which are literally you just writing about your bloody resume. Application, which is just typing out the things on your bloody resume. References. Okay, that one's valid. LinkedIn, but the most exhausting of them all.
Pointless indeed tests.
Milestones at work. 1. Lunch. 2. Leaving. Now there is a third one, but it's very rare. It's finally having something to blackmail your boss with.